Does quantum force us to change then? Do we think is quantum the key to changing?
So I think what it's doing again is it's highlighting these issues. So if you look at supply chain, what quantum does on the benefit side is it's allowing the technology to do things it's never done before, even before quantum. So think of digital twins. So now you've got third parties in the middle of your networks and manufacturing 4.0 producing millions of widgets a day, and they're inside your network. But never used to be actually physically monitoring devices in real time or controlling that repair. Or you start to look at 3D printing, where now you're taking blueprints and IP across oceans and nations into your factory to 3D print solutions that sit on space rockets and are absolutely critical design elements. But all of those things are totally reliant on today's communications networks that never occurred before. And I think when you start to look at this, we can look at the traditional things of how do we control our supply chain, but our supply chain is now endemic inside all of our networks. That ecosystem is going to continue at faster and faster pace. So it's kind of like going back, well, my phone has turned into my mobile, and my mobile actually is not really a phone anymore. It's now a portable computer with thousands of apps on it. How do I get the most out of it? And we are in a shift of technology never seen before that's going to do that, along with a geopolitical change of supply bases, intellectual property, all of which is supported by a digital and technology backbone that if you get inside of it, you can get inside of intellectual property, financials, you can disrupt, you can be nefarious, you can do misinformation, and it's at the heart of all the things that we do. And like I said, come back to that point before, it's not a big shiny rocket or an aeroplane, but at the heart of all of those things is information and information advantage, which relies on network, security and structure. And all of us incumbent on ourselves to make it the best that we can. But it's not going to come from a magic arrow. It's not coming from a magic black box. It's coming from a security view of what is my network? How do I ensure point to point I'm doing the right thing in the right way in a risk balance case? Because you didn't fix every network with quantum threat. You fix the appropriate networks and appropriate information, but you've got to do it faster. Because if you try to do everything everywhere, you will bore the ocean and guarantee you will fail. So pick out the things that matter, address them today, move forward at pace, do your resolute, prove it true, get on the front foot. The other beauty about technology is we start to move to software-defined networks and we start to push these things to the fore. They're now backward compatible, they're forward compatible, they're upgradable on the fly, keeping them up to date. You're not so reliant on certificates, you're in control of your own destiny. So you're starting along with all of these challenges to give solutions that never occurred before. You know, keep your software up to date. You hear it lots and lots itself, but now that's starting to apply to anti-hacks and anti-spoof and cyber and defeating quantum.
I think what we're going to see is a compression of technology because of the nature of what quantum is, and the fact that quantum computing, which will make healthcare advances, for example, things that are going to take 10 years will be done in a matter of weeks or months, because the computing power is a million times faster than normal computers. So by its very nature, once that starts to pick up, then all these things, as you say, Steve, I think will just need to be faster because there's the processing and development. So I think we'll go in sort of radio terms. We'll go from HF crackly links, which took 50 years or more to get to a better link, and then we're now doing VoIP over data links, high gigabit video links, and that will compress to probably happening maybe in about a year. That whole advance of technology, because what's going to happen is quantum computers will be tasked to do it. So the very impact on the very things we're talking about will accelerate at a pace, both offensively and defensively, which has not been seen yet in mankind's journey. So it'll be an exciting time. But I know if I was at university now, I'd be probably studying something with quantum all the time, quite actively. But those of us who have not got that blessing of redoing that era, I think we have to stay abreast of it and stay aware of it, but just realise we've got to be ready because it will come. When it does come, it'll come fast and stay fast.